Big changes are coming to Dillon, and one long-standing eyesore is on its way out. In this episode, we're breaking down what the Water View Dillon development means to the town of Dillon, the local real estate market, and future opportunities in Summit County. If you care about where Dillon is headed and how it impacts your property values, you're gonna want to stick around.
Ever dreamed of living in the heart of the Colorado mountains? Join me, Matt Dayton, Breckenridge native, Olympian, and mountain real estate expert. Here on the Ski Summit Show, we dive into everything you need to know about buying, investing, and living in iconic ski towns like Breckenridge, Frisco, and Keystone. From mountain real estate trends to investment opportunities, we bring you on the inside to help you make the most of your mountain life.
Welcome to the Ski Summit Show 143, your go-to source for Summit County real estate news and the latest in the Colorado mountain market. I'm Matt Dayton, local Olympian from Breckenridge. Keeps the whole thing going is Benji, the man, the myth, the legend. Thanks for being here, Benji. My producer.
A shave for today's episode.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
It's good to be here. Thanks for having me.
What do we got going on today?
Well, the first thing we've got is what's happening in Summit County, and we are talking about Frisco Wax Nights at Highside Brewing. So that sounds like fun.
Beers and wax is like not a better combination than that. So, and here in the mountains, we wax our skis, not our legs. So that's where it's important. Although I think ski wax is probably more expensive than leg wax.
Yeah.
So,
this is pretty cool. Everybody meets up for, I guess, beers and to get their skis all tuned up.
Absolutely. So they're doing this Tuesdays, every Tuesday?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Tuesdays, 5 o'clock, you can show up. I think it's just like first come, first serve basis type of thing. Get in line, put your skis in line and get some beer. So I don't know, have somebody else wax my skis while I drink beer. That actually sounds like a
You know what? Can I ask you a dumb guy question real fast?
No, go right ahead.
All right. So can you get an SUI, like skiing under the influence? Can you get that?
Yeah, I think you can. They need to give out more of them.
I just never thought about it. You're talking about the waxing and the beers, and I'm like, dang, I wonder, could you? Because I think you can on a bike here.
Yeah. Well, I know that a bike in Colorado is like a full-on DUI.
Right.
And I think skiing under the influence is probably more dangerous because you just have more people around, So yeah, I'm all for SUIs.
All right. Well, that takes us to the next segment. We've got our news.
But you can drink as much beer as you want and wax your skis. That's your thing.
Yeah, good hobby. You're safe. All right. So the next thing we're talking about is the Water View in Dillon. I guess this is new construction taking over from what we formerly knew as Uptown 240.
Yeah, formerly known as the Uptown 240. I was driving through Dillon yesterday and noticed one of my buddies in real estate putting up a new sign right where this one is. Mm-hmm. And so this was the Uptown 240. A little history on this. Used to be the Adrian restaurant. I know I just butchered that. It was an Italian restaurant, family owned. Big piece of property right there in Dillon. They partnered up with the developer to go vertical with this project. They put up the land, and I'm sure money as well. And unfortunately, COVID hit, 2020 hit. Yeah. The financer pulled out of that and left them all hanging. So that was a real sad story. A guy named Jake Porritt bought that property, and now they're ready to go vertical with it. And the good news is, I understand it, is it sounds like they're going to be able to reuse that whole foundation. They were thinking they were going to have to just demolish that thing and take it to the dump.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that. It's like a whole bunch of concrete and then like pipes, I believe. They've got just about everything done for the foundation.
Yeah, they had all the rebar in there. They didn't know if that was going to be any good, but it sounds like structurally it's still viable. So that's pretty cool.
And this is their lifestyle website for the new.
Yeah, they don't, there's not a whole lot that they can give as far as details yet, other than they're looking at, going live with sales May or June. And so they're kind of just gathering contacts, gathering information. If you want to plug your name into this, feel free. If you want to have me as kind of a go-to as far as, well, you can put my name in there as far as your realtor if you want, and then they'll bring me into the loop for communications. So, but yeah, I'm pretty excited about that coming into our market here in Dillon, and I'm really excited for Dillon because I think it's going to breathe new life in. And like I said, it's been an eyesore for the community to just see this abandoned rebar and concrete structure So,
Yeah.
and it sounds like the bottom level is going to have a restaurant, which is great. That's kind of on that main little strip going through Dillon. So let's, get Dillon a little bit more vibrant. I'd love that.
Well, I'm excited to see what happens in the coming months. I know we've talked about this probably 3 or 4 times last year. So
Yeah. Dillon has been a hot topic of conversation. Jake Port, this developer from Chicago. Some people have great things. Some people don't like them. Some people want to see more development in Dillon. There's been a lot of clashing in the town of Dillon. So I don't live in Dillon. I don't have a dog in that fight. But I would like to see something happen with Dillon to kind of businesses struggle there, and residential real estate does fine, but we need businesses there. We need coffee shops. We need stores. We need restaurants. It's just, and until you have, somebody kind of break that glass ceiling of what's going on there, we're just not going to see that.
Well, I wish them the best. Are you ready for our next segment?
Sure, bring it on.
All right, here it is. The market in a minute. I'll get my head out of the way so I don't have any data points covered by my noggin.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to agree with you on that. So this is Silverthorne. We have just a little bit of what the market narrative right now is. We're looking at condos, and just to kind of give you an idea, we're going to dive into that. We've got more of a medium, slight seller's advantage right now. The main reason why we're seeing that slight seller's advantage is we've just seen the inventory being outpaced by demand. We also see this time of year properties coming off the market that didn't sell, so that inventory is decreased. So may not mean that we're seeing a shift in the market as much as we're just seeing a shift seasonally in inventory. So, but this is nonetheless interesting to look at and helpful. So that market index floating right around 30. If you look at this market action index here, just from, let's go back to December of 2021, we're way up here like 100. That was when we had just that super competitive market, and then it dropped off after that significantly in 2022, but we're still riding the wave of that. We're still, 90-day average market index in the 60s, and now now we've dropped down to more around the 30s. So that's that even buyer seller market. And we've been hovering around the 30s here for quite a while. So the good news on that for sellers is that if you price your property appropriately, there's going to be buyers out there. There's going to be negotiation room that's going to have to happen. Good news for buyers is you still got some decent leverage, and the big $2 billion buy down that they're talking, 200 billion was it?
I have no idea.
A lot of money. They're talking about putting into buying down mortgage-backed securities by the government could affect rates by about 1/4 to 0.5%. So that could certainly shift things and move that market index up a bit more into a seller's advantage.
What is all this stuff that's going on with the Fed?
What? I know. I don't know.
All right, I won't get into
it. I just go to the mortgage pros and ask them to cover that stuff because it's beyond me. But I try to keep up.
Here is our listing of the week. We have 930. Come on. 930 Blue River Parkway. Why is it not working?
Yeah, a little squish there. There we go. Cool. So 930 Blue River Parkway. This is a 1-bedroom, 688 square foot condo in Silverthorne. So we're talking about Silverthorne condos in the market there on the river. So just a fantastic location. There's a number of these other properties on Blue River Parkway that are condos, new builds, but very few of them are actually sitting on the river. So cool thing about this one is you've got 2 buildings between you and that main road that goes through there. So you got a really good noise buffer. You got the river setting, new mountain modern feel, all the state-of-the-art appliances, carport, storage, and then you also have really, really nice views of Buffalo as well. So this one's pretty dang cool. It's listed at $695, and we just went live with this here a couple days ago. Oh, and it's short-term rentable. So that's a big thing too. So pretty easy to get a short-term rental license if that's something you're looking for an investment property.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so check that one out. 930 Blue River Parkway.
It's really cool. I like the layout of it too.
Yeah, no, it's a super simple layout, just straightforward, but it's got that little study there, which
Hmm.
that bonus room is huge. Like art studio, yoga, little office space. You could put a bed in there, like, for guests. So you're gonna have a lot of flexibility with that little bump out there.
It is pretty. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
All right.
A little tight
That's
for
all I've got.
family of 5, but hey.
That's all I've got for today's show.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. If you like this, please give us a thumbs up, and always appreciate you being here. We're coming back every week with another one of these, so feel free to subscribe as well. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you and hope to see you in the mountains soon.